Welcome back to the Pink Floyd Collectors YouTube channel. It's just been the 55th anniversary since Pink Floyd toured with Jimi Hendrix back in 1967. That was actually yesterday on the 14th of November, something called the Alchemical Wedding at the Royal Albert Hall. That was actually a single date. There would then be a further 30 dates over 15 tour dates. It gets a bit muddled, the whole Jimi Hendrix tour, because Syd Barrett pulled out of a couple, at least two, maybe three. Again, information's a little bit scarce because sometimes people didn't even know who Syd Barrett was, so they didn't even notice he was missing. But we do know Syd was missing from the 17th of November date in Sheffield and the 19th of November date in Coventry. So he would have missed 4 shows, as they were a matinee and an evening show. Also, Pink Floyd failed to make the Northern Ireland dates of that tour. That was on the 27th of November. Pink Floyd didn't go over there for that, so they were missing off the bill. But anyway, what I wanted to do, as it's a 55th year anniversary, I just wanted to show people the program. It could be a lot of you haven't seen this, and as we can see, it's contained some quite big bands from the time. Well, I say that, of course, all these were kind of making their mark, if you like. They went on to be bigger bands, certainly The Move, Amen Corner, Pink Floyd, and, of course, Jimi Hendrix himself. Some maybe more the heir apparent, disappeared a bit more into obscurity. The Outer Limits, of course, the Nice would go on to bigger things as well, with various band members moving. But anyway, let's go through this and show you exactly what you get. Obviously, the headliner is Jimi Hendrix, so the opening page is dedicated to him. And then it just gives you a bit of a brief synopsis on him. He hadn't been around that long, by I think it was like late 66, where he came to the UK's attention. And I don't know if you're aware of Jimi Hendrix's story, but he actually was big in the UK before he was big in America. So he kind of made it big in London and then went back to America and then became a big act. We've then got an advert for Jimi Hendrix and a poster pin-up, I guess you'd call it, of him and the Experience. We've then got The Move. So again, a bit of a poster pin-up and a little bit of write-up on them as well, exactly what they've been up. They'd added a couple of chart entries, so they were known again since 66. And then the Amen Corner, again, with a bit of a poster pick, and then a bit of a write-up, just making people aware. The band did include Andy Fairweather Lowe, who would go on to work with Roger Waters in his solo tours. And then we have Pink Floyd, so quite a famous pin-up of the guys there. Obviously Rick Wright looking skywards, Roger, Sid and Nick. And then a write-up which just confirms that they've been operating under various different names, but since spring of 66 they've been operating as Pink Floyd. What I'll do is I'll give this a slow pull up, so if people want to read it, obviously you can pause it and read it in your own time. But yeah, I won't read it myself for you. So as you can read there, it's pretty much a nice overview of Pink Floyd's history up to that point, how the band had come to be together as bandsmen and exactly where they were going. You've then got a write-up on the Nice. And as you can see, a little bit smaller this time. You've then got the Programme. And you can see here Pink Floyd's placement in the lineup. So they were actually the third act on, as it were. So Outer Limits, Heir Apparent, and then Pink Floyd, Move, The Nice, Amen Corner, and then Jimi Hendrix, the headline. We do know Pink Floyd were allotted 20 minutes for their, both matinee and the evening performance. Underneath that, you've got quite a nice advert for the new Pink Floyd album at the time, The Piper at the Gates of Dawn, and just confirming that it's on both mono and stereo. And also included on that is one for The Move as well, who are also on the EMI label. And then a little write-up on the Heir Apparent. Pete Drummond, who was the compere and was actually a DJ at the time. And a write-up on the Outer Limits, who are probably the most obscure act. I must confess, I don't know anything about them at all. So I guess they didn't quite make it into the big times. And then on the rear, you've got an advert for The Nice, one of their albums. And that's it. Obviously, it's quite a strange program because it kind of goes from side, opens up like that, and then switches to this way round. So yeah, a little bit weird with the front being upside down as well. So yeah, but quite rare now. Obviously, a few of them were around at the time. And you can see this one's a little bit battered over the years, but given that it's 55 years old, I guess it's not doing too bad. But anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. Thanks for watching.